Greetings to all. So first we can discuss about the problems on clocks. So this is quite easy and interesting. Once we know the concept, we can solve it very quickly. Okay. So first we came to know about what is about clocks, and there are three important hands. I think you know, right? You can see the picture. So second hand, minute hand, and hour hand. So this three in the dial actually you know, right? So what are the basic concepts we must know first? Okay, right. So when we see the dial of watch, you know that that is a circle, right? So it may turn around 360 degree actually, right? So that can be divided into 60 equal parts actually. So that is nothing but called minute spaces. Okay, right. In every hour, both minute and hour hand, right, coincide only once. So these are some basic concepts you must know, right? Likewise, the hands are in same straight line when they are coincident and as well as in opposite direction to each other. Okay, as well as angle traced by hour hand in 12 hours is 360 degree. Likewise, angle traced by minute hand in 60 minutes is 360 degree. So I can go to the next one in order to explain the basic concepts of the problems, right? The first thing what they'll ask in clocks is, right, find out the angle between minute hand and hour hand. Find out the angle between minute hand and hour hand. Okay, if they ask like this, what is the basic thing you have to know? Total angle of the dial, we know that 360 degree. So if we want to calculate for 1 hour, so 360 by 12, it is nothing but 30 degree. Likewise, we can calculate it for 1 minute. So 1 minute is equal to, you know, the total is 360 by 60 is equal to 6 degree. Or we can write this as 30 by 60 is equal to half degree. Okay. So 1 minute is equal to half degree. 1 hour is equal to 30 degree. So we can come to a problem, then you will be clear with the concept. So there is a sum. Find the angle between minute hand and hour hand when the clock shows 3:25. Okay. So I have typically drawn a diagram and which will be very easy to understood. So 3:25. So you know that the hour hand will be like this, and the minute hand is like, you know, towards 5. So 3:25. So for this, what we have to do? We have to consider angle between 3 to 4 and 4 to 5, because it's complete 1 hour la. So 3 to 4 30 degree and 4 to 5 30 degree. So totally 60 degree between the hour and between the hour 3 to 5. And we cannot take directly the 60 degree because you know that 25 minutes apart, right? So definitely your hour hand will cross to that 25 minutes small gap. So we have to subtract that angle. So that angle is nothing but 25 minutes. Okay. So 25 minutes is equal, you can subtract it 25 into half degree, because you know that 1 minute is equal to half degree. So 25 minutes it is 12.5 degree. So total angle is 60 degree minus 12.5 degree is nothing but your answer is 47.5 degree. So this is a type of problem. They'll be asking find the angle between hour hand and minute hand. Okay. Likewise, the second one, which is quite interesting and easy with the same one, find out the angle between hour hand and minute hand when the clock shows 1 hour 20 minutes. Okay, 1 hour 20 minutes. So you can see 120. So we have to consider from 1 to 4. 1 to 4. So 1 to 2 30 degree, 2 to 3 30 degree, 3 to 4 30 degree. So totally 90 degree minus, right, the angle crossed by hour hand. So which is nothing but 20 minutes. About 20 minutes na 1 minute is equal to half degree. About 20 into half podunga, which is nothing but 10. So the answer is 80 degree. So this type of problem they will be asking, right? Calculate the angle between hour hand and minute hand. Like the second concept is, what is the second concept? They'll be asking you to find out, right, at what time the hour hand and minute hand coincide. Hour hand and minute hand coincide. Okay. For example, we can consider at what time between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock the minute hand and hour hand coincide. That is a problem. Okay. So 4 to 5. Between 4 to 5 when the hour hand and minute hand coincide. There is a simple shortcut method which you could use to find out the answer very easily. So what we should do is, I have shown an big method also by formula that you can go through. I'm going to say the shortcut method, right? That will be very easy and less time consuming, right? 4 to 5, you consider the minimum one, the 4 o'clock, okay, into 5, so which is nothing but 20. About 20 by 11 we can write. That is a method we are going to find out the answer. So we are going to consider the minimum hour 4. So 24 into 5, okay. So 20 by 11 is the format, okay. You can convert that into improper fraction again. So the answer is 21 9 by 11. So how could we write the answer is the minimum hour 4 o'clock, 21 9 by 11 minutes, the hour hand and minute hand coincide. Okay, is it clear? Likewise, we can see another one problem, then you will be very clear with the concept. So find out when the hour hand and minute hand coincide between 8 to 9, the similar problem, right? So now we are going to consider 8 actually. 8 into 5, 40. So the formula we are going to write is 40 by 11. 40 by 11. Okay, right. Then you can convert this into improper fraction. So what is your answer is 43 7 by 11. 43 7 by 11. So 40 by 11 can be converted. So that is into 3 into 7 by 11. So answer is 43 7 by 11. So how could we write the answer finally is, right? 8 hour 43 7 by 11 minutes. The hour hand and minute hand will coincide. This is one of the concept. Okay. And what is the next concept? Third concept on clock is when that will be in opposite direction. The same thing. When the hour hand and minute hand will be in opposite direction. Okay. So the example problem, at what time between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock the minute hand and hour hand in opposite direction to each other. Okay. So we are going to follow the same method actually. So I can explain this. Yes, we are going to consider the hands between 4 to 5. So here they have asked in opposite direction, you know. So what is the opposite direction for this 4 to 5? 10 to 11. So we have to consider this 10 to 11 actually. Up 10 into 5, 10 is the minimum one, right? In opposite direction. Up 10 into 5 is 50. So you could write the same fraction 50 into 50 by 11. So when you convert that into proper, right? 50 by 11 you can convert that into 4 into 6 by 11. So what is the final case is 54 into 6 by 11. Now we can write the answer, right? The minimum hour given in problem is 4 o'clock. So 4, 54, 6 by 11. Okay, that's nothing but at this time the hour hand and minute hand will be in opposite direction. So in coincide we have to consider the given minimum hour to write the simple way. In opposite direction we have to consider the time which is in opposite, okay, for the given in question, right? So this is the next concept, third concept. This is also again the same. In a single problem, how could we find out when that will be in coincide, when that will be in opposite direction, when that will be in right angle. So right angle is a different concept, yeah? So right angle is nothing but when that hour hand and minute hand will be in 90 degree. That is the question actually, okay? So with they have given in question between 7 to 8 when that will be in right angle, when that will be in right angle from 7 to 8, okay. So 7 to 8 you consider, right angle is nothing but 90 degree. So there are two possibilities. One thing is between 4 to 5, another one thing is between 10 to 11, okay, alright. So we can find out both the cases, 4 to 5 as well as 10 to 11. 4 to 5 you consider 4, then what we could write 20 by 11. Likewise, you can convert that into minutes and you can find out the answer finally. That is nothing but 4 hours 21 9 by 11 minutes. Likewise, another one 90 degree possibility is 10 to 11. So 10 is nothing but 10 into 5, 50 you consider. So 50 by 11. So your answer is 10 hours 54 6 by 11 minutes. Okay. So this is about the right angle. So we have been discussed at what time that will be coincide, at what time that will be opposite, at what time that will show right angle, right? And first we have considered the angle between the hour hand and minute hand. So this concepts we have discussed on clocks. Okay. So these are some general questions which they are asking continuously, right? In 12 hours, how many times do the minute hand and hour hand coincide? Okay, so you have to consider around the clock, okay? You have to consider how many times that will be in
pass முடிச்சு சைன் போட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்காங்க இன்டர்நேஷனல் டெபிட் கார்டு வேணுமா இல்லை இது டொமஸ்டிக் வேணுமா?
So you know that in a clock, and you know 12 hours is there. So how many times do the minute hand and hour hand coincide? It's a general thing they are asking. So from 11 to 1, that will be coincide only one time. Only one time. Okay. So that in 12 hours it will be coincide 11 times. In 24 hours, that means in one day that will be coincide 22 times. Okay. 22 times. Like the same manner, 22 times that will be in opposite direction also. So in one day, right, 44 times that will show right angles, because you know that in 1 hour that will show 22 times, right? In 1 hour that will show 22 sorry, in 1 hour it will show 2 times. So totally in 12 hours 22 times, and in 24 hours 44 times right angle, it will show right angles. So this question continuously they are asking, right? In one day 22 times coincide, 22 times in opposite direction, and right angles will be 44 times. So these are the questions they are asking continuously in the case of clocks. Okay, so many problems are there. You could revise, and if you have any doubts you can ask. So we can see this one. If a minute hand and hour hand coincide after every 65 minutes, then how much time does the watch gain or lose in a day? Okay. So we can find out the answer. Usually the time taken to coincide, right, is nothing but 65 5 by 11 minutes. Okay. Here they have given us 65 minutes. So we can find out here the clock is somewhat faster. How much it is faster? 5 by 11 minutes it is faster. So the watch which gains 5 by 11 minutes in every 65 minutes. Okay, right. So we can find out in one day how much it will be, right? So the answer is you can find out in 65 minutes 5 by 11 minutes means in one day. So one day is nothing but 24 hours into 60 minutes. So we can find out the answer is nothing but 10 into 10 by 143 minutes. Okay, and they'll be asking another one thing also. Real time and railway time, we must know that real time we know 12 and railway time is 24. We can write as for calculation 12 can be written as 11:60 minutes, and 24 can be written as 23:60 minutes. Okay, we can see a problem now. Looking into a mirror, the clock shows 3:35 at the time. The actual time is what? In mirror it is showing 3:35, and in actual what it is showing. So for this we could find out, because they have given 3:35, so we can find out real time 11:60. So you subtract from it. Okay, you subtract from it. So what is the actual time? It will show 8:25. Like the same manner, if they have been given the time is real time is 14:25. What is a mirror image, right? So here we can consider the railway time. So 23:60 minus 14:25. So the answer is 9 hours 35 minutes. So whatever it is they are asking by giving real time and actual time, by giving actual time and real time, this is the method we are going to follow. So this is about the clocks, and yes, there are so many problems are there. I have given the material, you just revise, and if you have any doubts we can find out. Okay, right. And I think I'm going to have a revision on puzzles. So we can see some general logical puzzles, okay, right? So this kind of problems you have to think over it and you find out the answer, right? Okay. So come to the first one. Find the missing number. Find the missing number. Just see the diagram, and like this type of problems you have to think over it whether the bottom diagrams which has been connected to the top two diagrams, the numbers, the corresponding places, okay, either it may be addition or it may be a subtraction or multiplication, or within the diagram itself there will be some relation, like left and right side related with the top and bottom, likewise it will be there. So we have to think over it when you see a box and you will be getting an idea. So when you see this, just you can find out, I could see the second diagram quickly, 9 9 at the top and bottom, right and left side 8 1, okay, so I can find out easily 9 into 9 is nothing but 81, okay. So just a multiplication. Come to the first one, 7 6 are 42, 3 5s are 15, likewise what is the next one, 6 2s are 12. So in the question mark 2 has to come, okay, right. So come to the next one. So consider P, Q, R, S and T are the 5 speakers who have to speak on a particular day, not necessarily in the same order. R is neither the first nor the last speaker. So we have to come one by one, okay, right. So R is yes, neither the first nor the last speaker. There are 3 speakers after S. So I can come to the answers one by one. Listen, there are 3 speakers after yes. So yes in the second place. Totally 5 will. So yes will be in the second speaker. And then you can read the question. After the yes there are 3 speakers ahead of T. Ahead of T. So there are 3 speakers before T. So that T will be in the 4th place. Okay, right. And if P speaks after Q. P speaks after Q. So there is a next clue. Okay, right. As well as in between they have given R is neither the first nor the last. R definitely will be in the 3rd speaker. Okay, because we have already concluded 2nd and 4th, and this will be in the 3rd speaker. And with the final key we can find out if P speaks after Q. So P will be in the 5th place and Q in the first place. Okay, so P is the last speaker. So we have to think over it and find out. And you can find out the missing number in the given series. You think over it, 2, 12, 60, 240, 720, 1440. What is your next answer? The same one, 1440. How we can find out this? Okay, so 2 in 6 into 2, 12. Okay, then again 5 into 12, 60, and then 4 into 60, 240. Okay, likewise at the last we have to multiply that with 1. Okay, up 1 into 1440 is equal to 1400. So it is multiplied with the decreasing order of numbers. That's it. So you can find out the series. So come to the last one, the 6th question. In the below puzzle that we have to find out the pair of letter actually which should come in the place. So that is nothing but cascade. So same letter CA which comes in the spaces, alphabet spaces. So this is a problem already asked in the GATE question actually. So whenever they are asking the alphabetical letters, you must know the number series from A to Z. Okay, better you could write in a place and you can go ahead with the problems. Let's come to the first one. Find the missing group of letter in the following series. Right. So missing group of letters in the following series. So they have given BC, FGH, LMNO. Okay, so what is your answer? What is your answer? Okay, so when you see, you just write the corresponding number for alphabet. We can find out BC is nothing but in the place of 2 and 3, and then they left 4 5, again they comes to 2 left. Okay, 2 left, then they come to F actually, F G H, and then 3 left, I J K is not there, then they have given 4 L M N O. Then next we have to leave, okay, 4 P Q R S, 4 leave, just leave 4 letters and then start with the T and that should form 5 letter. Okay, T U V W X. Okay, so this is your answer. B is your answer. So come to the next one. Given the sequence of terms. So they have given AD, CG, FK, JP, the term. Okay, so we have to find out what will be the next. What will be the next? So I have shown a diagram for you which will be very clear. When you take ADCG, A is related with the C by adding 2. And D is related with G by adding 3. 3 means after 3. Likewise it goes on. So finally after JP, which comes what? Which comes O and V. Plus 5. When you add J plus 5, you will be getting O. When you add P plus 6, you will be getting V. So whenever the problems connected with the alphabets, we must know the number orders. Okay, right. So this is a very simple case, and they have given a diagram, and we have to answer for the puzzle. There will be some relation like multiplication or some addition or some subtraction likewise, or they'll be doing some, like multiplication followed by some subtraction or addition, like that will be there. When you see one or two numbers and you could find out some relation. If for example they have given 23, immediately what we thought about 24, that will becomes in multiplication, so it is very quick. 24, about 24 minus 1. Like this, next one also 38 I have given, and I know that 36 is we are using oftenly in multiplication. So 36 and plus 2. So there 24 minus 1, inga 36 plus 2. So likewise when we think, okay, we can find out the answer at last is nothing but the answer is 90. The answer is 90. Okay. So we can say that 2 into 12, 3 into 12, 4 into 12, 5 into 12, 6 into 12, 7 into 12, and that is followed subtracted and added by minus 1 plus 2, minus 3 plus 4. Odd numbers are subtracted, even numbers are added. So the last answer is 90. Okay, so you just think over it and you could find out the answers. So guess the missing number. There is a diagram given. Okay, 44, 12, 56, 14, 51, question mark, 48, 30, 78. So immediately we could find out the answer is nothing but the addition of the first two rows. Whenever they are asking this type of problems, okay, we must think about two things. One is they will be giving the same addition, the same total in the rows and columns, or that will be the subtraction or addition or multiplications answer will come in the last column. Likewise they'll be giving. So when you see one or two times, you could find out what is the relation will be there. So just a simple addition, right? We don't think about too much broad. So just about the addition of the first two rows, and which comes in the next. The answer is 65. So here you just think they have given 1, 1, 1 is equal to R, 2, 2, 2 is equal to T, 4, 4, 4 is equal to N, and they are asking what is 5, 5, 5, 5. So we don't know what will be the relation, but we could think they have given 4, 1, 1, 1. Immediately what we do, we started to add in the 4. Upper 4, the last letter is R. Then 2, 2, 2, 8, the last letter is T. Likewise 5 plus 5 plus 5, right? 20. So what is the last letter is Y. So you have to choose. The answer is Y. So likewise, there are so many things. Yes. So this is the next one. Guess the missing number. Okay, 44, 64, and you could see the diagram here which is given with the numbers with the table, and we can find out the answer. 44, 64, 100. So immediately what we think, is there any addition? No. So it's 108. Then what we think, 64 in the top 4, 4, 4, 4, 8, 64. So 8, 64. We could find out that 8 into 8, 64, right? Likewise, next 6, 4. 6, 4 add, when you add 6 and 4, it will comes as 10. 10 into 10, 100. So in every rows, you add that number and multiply it with the same one. Okay. So that is the thing. So the answer is nothing but what? 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9 is nothing but what? 13. So 13 into 13, the answer is 169. So many puzzle questions are there, and you could find out the answer very easily when you think over it. Yeah, this is a very interesting one. A man was murdered in his office. The suspects are Erickson, Maggie, Jason, Benny, Sona, and Patrick. Okay, a calendar found near the man has blood written 6, 4, 9, 10, 11. Immediately, what we should think is a calendar found, right? So we could think that, okay, we could think that it is related with maybe a date or a month likewise. So you can relate 6 is nothing but the June month, 4 is April, 9 is September likewise. So you can take the first letter. So there is a clue, right? So there is a clue. June, J, April, A, likewise. What is that final name is Jason. So who is an suspect? We can find out the answer is D. Likewise, they may ask, any kind of the puzzle. On the puzzle, you have to think over it and find out the answer. This one, you guess, what does my name mean if my mother is a mathematician and my father is a chemist? And they gave a code to my name as Iron 59. So what is my name? Iron 59. Immediately we started to think iron is nothing but what? Fe. The code, the symbol is Fe. 59. For that only they have given a code. The chemist is solved. What about the mathematician? Mathematician 59. 59 can be written as what? Lix. Lix in Roman letter. Okay, 50 for 50L. 9 can be written as Ix. So the answer is nothing but what? Felix. Felix is nothing but the name of the person. Okay, for that they have given a clue. You just think over the diagram. What would become in the question mark? Question mark. Just you see, you could find out the relation. You add, they are asking 7, 3. Just we wanted to first multiply or subtract or add something else, So I am going to, immediately we started to do addition only. Up 7, 3, 10. 10 will become there. Sorry, we will check another one thing. 9 plus 6. 9 plus 6 what? 15. Okay, 15. 15 where is it? In the next column I can find out the 15. But what they have been given is, they have added these two numbers. The answer which comes to the next triangle. Okay. Likewise it goes on. But what will be comes here? 3 plus 7, 10 is comes in the next triangle. But what is the answer comes here? 4 plus 2, 6 should come here. So that is the answer. So definitely we can find out some relation between the diagram. So this is an puzzle, and they have given a diagram with a number with all the quarter portion as well as in the middle. So we can find out some relation between this. See the first one, 9, 7, 5, 8, in the middle 5. So what will be the relation between this? The middle one is very less number. So definitely that will be some subtraction. So we can find out 9 minus 7 is nothing but what? 2. Likewise 8 minus 5 is nothing but what? 3. When you add the differences between the top half as well as the bottom half, and when you add the differences, that will be the middle answer. So likewise we can find out the last one also. 9 minus 6, 3. 17 minus 5 is 12. So the answer is 15. Okay. So they have they have given about the alphabetical problem. If A is substituted by 4, B by 3, C by 2, D by 4, E by 3, F by 2. So they have substituted this alphabets with the corresponding number. So I have shown the in the right hand side A, B, C, D, E, F corresponding number they have given 432, 432. Likewise the next coming letters also. So I can write and so on they have given and so on. So GHI again 432, JKL 432, likewise it goes on. So I have written the corresponding alphabets with number at the right side. So what they asked is what will be the total of the numerical value of the letters, right? SIC. So now we can find out. S is corresponding to what? 4. I is corresponding to 2. C is also corresponding to 2. K is corresponding to 3. So finally the answer is, when you add up all this, the answer is 11. So this is also again the same. Yeah. How many squares do you see? Listen, whenever we are having this diagrammatical question, we don't have time to add all those things. Okay. So there is a shortcut method to find out how many triangles, how many circles, how many squares are there. So this is a typical problem like that. So I could tell you, when equal squares are given, like I can say 2 rows 2 columns, 3 rows 3 columns, 4 rows 4 columns. If it is so, we can find out the answer, right, very easily with the formula. If for example I can come to the first one, right, number of the square in the given figure is, first we can see the big square you consider 4 rows and 4 columns, 4 rows and 4 columns. So 4 rows 4 columns, how we have to write? We have to write as a square till 4, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. So when you add all this, 30. Okay, so totally 30 squares in the big one. And when you come to the small, you have 3 small squares. Okay, right. You first come to the 1 square. 2 cross 2. Otherwise 2 rows and 2 columns is a small square, 1 square. Upper what you have to write? 1 square plus 2 square. 1 square plus 2 square. Because 2 rows and 2 columns. So till 2 you have to write 1 square plus 2 square. The answer is 5. Similarly, we are having totally 3 small squares. Uppo 3 into 5, the answer is 15. So already you found big square ka 30, small 3 squares ka 15. So the total answer is 45. So we could see 45 squares in the given diagram. Okay. So this you can find out from the diagram what is the answer of that one. This is a very simple math puzzle. Okay, a minus a is equal to 20, b minus b is equal to 15, and c minus c is equal to 25. Okay, alright, what is a plus b plus c? So you have to find out what is a, what is b, and what is c. So very simple. I had that's why they have given the math puzzle. So what you have to consider, plus a minus a will be cancelled. Up minus a is equal to minus 20. Likewise, you can find out the answer. Then a, b, c you can know that, and when you add the answer as minus 60. So that's why they have given this, you consider as a math puzzle. Okay. So this is also like that, whenever they are giving a circle and the triangle, and that could be some relation between, right, the corner numbers with the middle one. Corner numbers with the middle one. Okay. So this is like that. In each triangle, okay, multiply the lower two numbers together and add the upper number to give the value of the center. When you multiply, for example, 8 into 4, 32 plus 1, 33. Likewise, you have to find out what is your answer is 9. Okay. This is also similar manner. And this will be relating the top diagrams with the bottom one. Okay. Top diagrams with the bottom one. So when you see the diagram, you could find out some relation. So using the lower two circles, they will be relating either top 3 with the bottom 2 or bottom 2 with the top 3. Some relation will be there. It's very simple. Just see the left side diagram in the top row. In the top row, the left side diagram is nothing but you consider the quarter of 2. Here is 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. Likewise, you come to the right side circle of the top row. So you just see 2, 6. When you subtract, you will be getting 4. Just a quarter portion, just you see the quarter portion, and you come to the middle circle of the top row, how it is relating the bottom circles 2, 6, 12. So it's nothing but they have been given the values, right, from the bottom 2 circles. They are connecting with the top 3 circles. Top 3 circles, right one, the left one is nothing but the addition of the quarter portion. The right one is nothing but the subtraction of the quarter portion. The middle one is nothing but what? The multiplication of the quarter portions. So we can find out the answer for this. Okay. So when you see this problem, 9, 8, 4, 2, 2, 6, what will comes next? Whenever they are giving a relation like this, okay, you should go with an Z order or in a X manner. Likewise, that will be in the cases. So it's very simple. When you see in Z manner, that won't be any relation. I think we can go with the X manner. So relate 9 to middle one. You just see 8 to 6. Immediately we can find out that is nothing but subtraction. 8 minus 2 is 6. Likewise, when you see the X way, 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. So what comes here? 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. So likewise there will be some relation. This is also like that. Whenever they are giving the circle, right, so you can find out, the relation. So you can see it is 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19 is nothing but what? They have been added with the 3. Likewise, when you come to the next one, 1, 5, 9. So it is added with the 4. So what will becomes the next? 13. It's very simple. Likewise, when you see this, you are seeing some biggest numbers when you go next in Z line. So you just see 1, 5, 13, 29, 61, 125. So you could see that there is some multiplications. So 1 next to 5, next to 13. Above 5 na 2 5s are 10 plus 3. Okay, likewise it goes on. So starting at the top left and moving through the diagram in Ishet shape, double each number and add 3 to give the next number. So first you double that and then you can add 3, add plus 3. So 125 plus 125, 250 plus 3, 253. Likewise it goes on the series. So there are so many problems like this. You can practice accordingly. So this is a very interesting one. It is a somewhat big numbers. We will be finding out whether that will be multiplication or something else. We could not find out any relation when you see the numbers. But when you see in fraction, the first digit 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So it's an odd number continuously coming. So what will be the next one? 11 should come. And you see the middle number 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So it is decreasing order. So next one is nothing but 4. And next you see the last digit, one's digit 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. So it is an alternative digits of 5 and 3. So what will becomes next? 3. The number is nothing but 1, 1, 4, 3. When you are saying there is no relation between the numbers given, there won't be any multiplication like that. Then there is a simple concept behind it. Okay. So yes. And I can go to the next one. Like this, they will be giving means the diagrams. You just count the number of dots. So for first diagram you see 2, 3 separately, and next one 3 and 4, next 5 and 6. So when you come to the next diagrams, you can find out how many dots are there. Very simple questions like, so 6 and 7 in the fifth column, fifth box, and next what should come? 7 and 8 dots should come. So correspondingly you have to choose the answer is nothing but A. So these are all some very small concept like dice. They will be giving a picture like this and you have to find out which one comes at the top and bottom as well as the sides. So that you could guess, right? That's it. So now I am going to share another one topic for you, right? It's nothing but percentage. Okay, percentage related problems. Yeah, why we need to learn about percentage? Because you know that there is a universal concept. We can mention anything by percentage. Everyone can understood throughout the world. If you are giving 30% they could understood for 130, for 130. This everyone can understood. There is a common concept that everyone has to know. Okay, right. So that's why percent is nothing but for every 100, for every 100. So that we are going to know about some concept of the percentage. If 20% is given means what? 20%. So 20% is nothing but 20 by 100. So you can go to the next one. Why we need a percentage? That's why I said this is about what is a concept of uniform platform. It is accepted throughout the world, so everyone can easily find out what they are actually going to say in percentage. Okay, right. So concept of percentage I said is for 100. That's it. If for example 20% means 20 per 100. 20 by 100 can be written as, so it can be written as in fraction 1 by 5. Likewise 48 percentage means it can be written as 48 by 100. So it could be written as 12 by 25. So to express, for example, A by B percentage, A by B into 100 percentage, that's it. Okay, likewise. So now we can come to some important what you can say, the formulas. Okay, like if they are asking commodity price increases and decreases, okay, what will be the formula we are going to use? I can show you that. If a price of commodity increases by R percentage, then reduction in consumption so as not to increase the expenditure. Okay, what will be the formula we are going to use? That means R percentage gets increases, okay, consumption not going to increase, so R by 100 plus R into 100. Okay, increase in percentage by 100 plus R into 100. Likewise, if the commodity price decreases means what will be the formula? R by 100 minus R into 100. Okay, right. Next, when they are asking about the populations, let the population of town be P. Okay, now suppose it increases at the rate of R per annum. Per annum it is increases in the R percentage. It increases in the rate of R percentage. Then what it will be? Population after n years. So what is the formula we can apply? Right? P into 1 plus R by 100 power n. N is nothing but the number of years after n year. For example, if they are asking after 10 years, after 5 years, like that. Okay. So then you could multiply the population P into 1 plus R by 100 power n. Likewise, if they are asking years ago, for example, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, like that, then how we can write this? P by 1 plus R by 100 into n. Okay, right. So likewise, there are so many formulas are there to use. Likewise, the value of a machine after n years, how we can calculate, like P into 1 minus R by 100 into n. Value of machine n years ago. Okay, that could be the formula P by 1 minus R 100 into R by 100 into n. Likewise, like this is a common case they are asking. If A is R percentage more than B, they'll be asking like in salary. If one is getting this percentage of salary more than another one, likewise they'll be asking. If A is R percentage more than B, then B is less than A by what percent? So this is a common question. So what is the formula we are going to apply, right? R by 100 plus R into 100. R is nothing but what? The percentage of increase. Okay. So R by 100 plus R into 100. Likewise, if A is R percentage less than B, one is less than B, and how much it is more than A, if they are asking means what is the formula? R by 100 minus R into 100. So this is the formula we can apply. Likewise, we must know how we can convert the percentage to decimal, a fraction, because these of the things can be easy when you do the problems very quickly. Yeah, instead of decimal, you could find out easily the fractions, and you can cancel the denominator and numerator very easily and find out the answer. That's why. Okay, so come to the first one. A salary is 50% more than B. How much percent is B salary less than A? Okay, is it okay? Right. So what is that? Let me consider B, the salary is 100. Then so A salary is 50% more than B. So what we can write? 150, because already we have taken B as 100. A will be 150. Okay. Right. Now how much the percent is B salary less than A is their question. So we could apply the formula A minus B by A into 100. So the answer is 50 by 150 into 100, 33 into 1 by 3%. Right. It's a very simple case. Evaluate 28% of 400 plus 45% of 250. Okay. Right. 28% of 400 and 45% of 250. 28% of 400. Yeah, it can be written as what? 28 by 100 into 400. 28% it can be written as 28 by 100. Likewise, 45 by 100 into 250. When you solve, you will be getting the answer 224.5. For the next one. A batsman scored 110 runs, which included 3 boundaries and 8 sixes. What percent of his total score did he make by running between the wickets? Okay, right. So what they asked, 110 runs taken, which includes boundaries and sixes. And they are asking the percentage by running. They are asking the percentage by running. Okay. So listen. So between running, then we should subtract the run taken by boundaries as well as the sixes. Means the run taken via boundaries and sixes. So you could subtract this. When you subtract 110 minus 3 boundaries, 3 into 4, as well as 8 sixes, 8 into 6. So when you subtract, the answer is 50. Okay. So we need a percentage, you know. So out of 110, 50 runs are taken by running. Above 50 by 110 into 100. So we can find out the answer. The answer is 45, 5 by 11. The next one. Two numbers are less than a third number by 30% and 37% respectively. How much percent is the second number less than the first? Okay, how much percent is the second number less than the first? Okay, right. So we could consider, let the third number be 100. You just assume the third number be 100. First number is 30% less than 100. So what would be 100 minus 30 is 70. Second number is 37 less than. Yeah. So what is your answer? 63. 100 minus 37 is 63. Now we can find out how to find how much of percent is second number is less than first. Second number is less than first, they are asking. So we can write 70 minus 63 by 70 into 100 and the answer is 10% is less. It's very easy. Yeah, next problem. If x% of y is 100 and y% of z is 200, find the relation between x and z. Okay, right. So x% of y, that means what? X by 100 into y. X by 100 into y. X percentage. So you can write it x by 100 into y is equal to 100 they have given. Right. And here you can find out what is y. Y is equal to 100 into 100 by x. Okay, right. Come to the next relation. Y% of z is equal to 200. How we can write? Y by 100 into z is equal to 200. Now you can substitute the y answer in the place and you can find out the relation. So z is equal to 2x. Yeah, it's very interesting. Next one. If 20% of an electricity bill is deducted, then rupees 100 is still to be paid. How much was the original bill? Okay, right. After 20% bill has been deducted, we still have to pay 100. So, remaining bill is 100 minus 20, 20 deducted. So, 100 minus 20, 80%. That means 80% bill is nothing but 100. Right? Now, 80% can be written as what? 80 by 100. 80 by 100 into bill. 80 by 100 into bill is equal to 100. We can find out what is the bill amount. The actual bill amount is rupees 125. Is it clear? Come to the next one. A fruit seller had some apple. He sells 40% apples and still has 420 apples. Originally, how much he had is the question. Okay. For example, we could consider how much will be the original amount of apple that can be considered as x. And what are the things he have given? He sells 40% of apple. Right. Upper we can consider 100 minus 40. 40% is sold. 100 minus 40 of x is sold out. Okay. Which is equal to 420. So what is your answer? 60. 100 minus 40 is 60. So 60% of x. So that can be written as 60 by 100 into x is equal to 420. So what is your x is? X is nothing but 700. So 700 apples he had actually. Okay. As a population problem, and we could apply the formula for this. Okay. Yeah, we could read the problem first. A town has a population of 50,000 in 1988 In 1 year, that is by 1989, it increased by 25%. In the next year, that means in 1990, it decreased by 30%. Okay. The next year in 1991, that is was increases by 40%. So first increases 20% and the next year decreases by 30% and the next year it is increases by 40%. What is the population at the end of 1991? They are asking. So we are going to apply the formula for this, right? So the formula is nothing but population after n years. The formula is P into 1 plus or minus. Plus is for increase and minus is for decrease in population percentage. So plus or minus r by 100 power n. Okay. So here they have been given the next years with the decrease and increase. So we can apply directly and multiply. First one what? Increase in rate 25%, in the second year 30% decrease, and the third year 40% increases. So I can write as the population initially is 50,000. So first increase, so I can write the formula 1 plus 25 by 100, then decrease, so 1 minus 30 by 100, and they multiplied with the 1 plus 40 by 100 because it increases. So finally the answer is 61,250. Okay, right. What percent of numbers from 1 to 70 have 1 or 9 in the unit digit? For this, first you have to find out how many numbers are end with the 1 and 9 between 1 to 70. So when you take a series, if 20 to 30, 21 will be there, 29 will be there. This is end with 1 and 9. Likewise, in every 10 you will be getting 2 digits, right? So you can calculate totally 14 numbers are there in between 1 to 70, which has 1, 9 in the ones digit. Okay. So 14 numbers, such numbers are there. So we can find out the percentage. 14 numbers out of 70. So 14 by 70 into 100. So the percentage is 20%. So 20% of number between 1 to 70 which has 1 or 9 at the ones digit. Is it clear? So this is also a common problem they are asking. In an election which contested was contested by 2 candidates. One candidate got 40% of total votes and it lost by 1000 votes. One candidate got 40 votes even though he or she has lost by 1000 votes. What is the total number of votes casted in election? So one candidate 40 vote, now another one candidate how much? 60% of vote. Is it clear? Right? Total number of vote we are going to find out, that we can consider as A. So what we could write, one candidate 40% vote, 40% of the total vote. Total vote is considered as A, right? So 40% of A. So that can be written as 40 by 100 into A. Likewise, what about the another one candidate? Another one candidate is, if it one candidate 40%, another one candidate is 60%. About 60% of what? The total vote A. About 60% of A can be written as 60 by 100 into A. So you must know that first candidate we have find out, second candidate also we have find out how much vote. Now first the candidate given in problem excuse me, the candidate given in problem has lost by 1000 votes. That means what? The difference between the two candidates is 1000 votes. So we can write as 60A by 100 minus 40A by 100 is equal to 1000. So we can find out A is nothing but what? 5000. That is the total number of votes casted in the election. So this type of problems also very common. Okay. Yes. Come to the next one. In a class, 15% of total number of students, okay, total of students failed in science. So science failed 15%. 25% of number of students failed in maths. 10% total number of students failed in both the cases. How much percent of students passed in both maths and science? So whenever they are asking this type of relation, immediately we started to think about what? The Venn diagram. So from the Venn diagram, you just draw first. You can find out student failed in science is 15%, student failed in mathematics is 25%, and student failed in both the cases 10%. So the failed in both the cases 10% is nothing but they are already in science, already in mathematics. Okay, so what we should do is the failed student science and mathematics total is 40 minus student failed in both the cases, we should subtract. So the answer is 30 percentage students when they failed actually. Now we can find out the percentage. Okay, percentage of passed student. So 30 percentage failed means 70 percentage is passed. Okay, 100 minus 30, 70 percentage is the passed students. It's also quite easy. So this type of problem we have been already discussed. Yeah. A student multiplied a number by 3 by 5 instead of 5 by 3. Instead of 5 by 3 as multiplied with the 3 by 5. What is the percentage error in the calculation? What is the percentage error in the calculation? So we can find out, we don't know the number, we can consider that number as x. So what is the error? Error is nothing but 5 by 3 of x minus 3 by 5 of x, because it hasn't entered as 3 by 5. Yeah? So the answer is 16 by 15 per amount of x is error. Okay, so we could find out the percentage of error. So error percentage is equal to total amount of error is 16 by 15 of x, right, into the number multiplied with 3 by 5, you know. So 3 by 5 of x into 100. So the answer is 64%. Okay, that is an error percentage calculation method. So this is also a typical problem of the election, so which we have been already discussed. So this is about somewhat means whenever they are asking the percentage problems, first the people has to know to read and understood the given problem clearly, and other things are very easy to calculate. Okay, very few formulas are there. The remaining cases you have to understand the given problem and try to solve. Listen here, Raju buys good worth 6,650. He bought something and he got rebate about 6%. So first what we should do is, from the given amount, the good worth amount, we have to subtract the 6%. We have to find out what is 6% and we have to subtract it. After getting the rebate, he has to pay the sales tax. The sales tax amount is for only the amount which excludes the rebate. You should understand. Find the amount he will has to pay. So now you can find out first what is the actual amount of the material or the goods bought by Rajiv. So the actual amount excluding rebate is 6%, you know. So excluding rebate, 6% of 6,650. So which is nothing but 399. So that is a rebate. So actual amount of the material is 6,251. For that only he has to pay 10% tax. So 10% is nothing but 10 by 100. So 10 by 100 into the actual amount 6,251. Okay, so the answer is 625. So now what is the total amount? Actual amount of the material plus tax. So 6,876. Likewise, so many problems I have been shared for you, the reference, and you just go through, and if you have any doubts of this question, kindly ask. Okay, thank you for listening this video. Thank you.